they've got numerous neighbors to their north, Mongolia, and then especially to the west, where all the Eastern European, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, the whole 9 yards. A new map has been published recently. Roy, explain how that's kind of heating up international tensions between China and its neighbors.
Yeah, like apart from what I said about like the BRICS and she is not attending G20, and now like they just released this new map, like they replace the 9-line, which is not agreed with a lot of other nations, but now it's like 10-line. And also it's claiming like part of India and also part of South China Sea and also part of Russia, I think, which is actually ridiculous because I see it more like an internal propaganda, because like every time there's a huge struggle or tension like inside China, they always divert the conflict outside. Right. And then to stir up this kind of nationalism, pride or hysteria, I think it's all propaganda to just make people seem more proud of their own, nation or whatever. And CCP is trying to stir up this hatred towards the outside, toward other nations, towards the United States, and to just cover up its own, vulnerability where its economy is collapsing. Like over 200 million young people are unemployed, which is a huge element of instability. So that's what CCP does. And CCP has been doing this to the Chinese people for over 70 years. But now I think the Chinese people are not buying it. That's why they've been saying we are the last generation, or we're going to like lay flat and not being enslaved, not being fooled by the current government, the CCP regime. They refuse to become like the expectation of their family or their parents or the social expectation. They're not going to meet it. They're just not going to be working for the Chinese Communist Party. They refuse to continue to contribute to this regime where like they spent like 30 years just to like put all the money in a small box and they invested not even theirs. So it's only 70 years of they rented a place and then they couldn't afford the increasing rent, increasing like housing, increasing, everything. Like the prices of now, like China is experiencing a deflation, but still like people cannot afford a lot of things and they just decide not to work for it. So I think it's just a show, just flexing the muscles and, to the West and to the neighbors. Like always, they're trying to bully lots of Malaysia, like Indonesia, Taiwan, of course. Now like this, you see this map also include Taiwan in there. Mm-hmm. I think it's just propaganda.